Diego's the immortal VP.
Naku, lakad mo
And there's that split-second decision of do we target the Night Stalker or the Dawnbreaker, and one of them has the Lifestealer in them. It already gives that hero a little bit of extra initiation potential, and nice shackle. It's gonna be enough for him to get out of there. Still goes to show how hard this bottom lane is against these beefcakes and why there isn't gonna be that crucial first night timing. Speaking of first timings though, the first blood timing is there for Batrider, and that's a hero you cannot allow to get at the least next to Wraith King. Like Wraith King and Batrider are the heroes that are most dangerous if they come out too far ahead of this laning stage. Lina. Yeah, you saw 3 men converging on the mid lane in a discreet fashion. Very well played in terms of the movement from the support. Because, okay, no time to talk about the vision placement just yet. And that exorcism timing means they'll get a free Jakiro. And they not only saw where the enemy is at all times, but they also suspected this ward here. And that made that gank work when it really shouldn't have, and that's why that ward is there. But they just went around it. One hero finishing and actually keeping the pressure up is gonna also be really important if LBZS do not want to fall off here. But they already got the first tier 1 of the game, and they did so much good work on that mid tower that that's the next target they can set their sights on if they feel so inclined. Nightstalker once again having huge impact, but this is kind of how I expected Night Stalker's initiation attempts to go. Where it's just so resource intensive that you don't really want to do it if you don't have to. And down goes the Tiny. It's just support dying. Traded prioritizing farming speed. It's still Kagome, just because he's on fast hero for once. Oh, and Wind Ranger got caught in the backlines from a TP coming in. As now Batrider finds a lasso. In come more TPs from that Lifestealer I just mentioned is impossible to kill. But who isn't impossible to kill is PP, or is he with the Lifestealer and fast saving his life and the Exorcism doing so much work. In comes the hammer, and good job turning around on the Death Prophet now, haha. Like Kagome just angry. Oh man, that's a Dawnbreaker caught out of position, and it's only a Dawn, but that's a lot of value and levels of heroes compared to the past, as we got this Roche attempt now going on. It is a risky one against the Tiny, but it is a Tiny without Blink Dagger, and look at that Wind Ranger having her impact, setting up Tiny in an awkward spot, and he's just sitting there like, oh damn, yeah, I forgot about that. This may not be the best road to engage into, but nice clip on the Death Prophet. That'll at least... Nah. Wraith King goes down and in a very bad position. I thought he was either over here or on the lane, not looking at the minimap there for us. Ooh, Night Stalker. He is doing so much work with that silence, but still not quite allowing people to catch up. Batrider, nice little turn attempt. Is gonna be enough? Yes, it is. Huge freaking kill for Rupidio, even if he goes down for that. That was a 7 kill streak for over 1k. That now with a smoke, and it will yield them at least a Jakiro kill, I think. Yep. Once again, Jakiro tanks the gank, so Lina doesn't have to. That is actually an excellent move, because now that Lina is coming online and Wraith King is coming online at the same time, you can see at least the gold itself go down a little bit. For the side of LBZS. Down goes the Wraith King as Tiny. Okay, yeah. Lifestealer, he's got his basher ready, so he is gonna start hurting. And you know who else hurts, but in a different way? Salad. I think that's the very first time he didn't get that power shot to prevent Blink into a perfect chain stun. So, you know, it's still very nice for Wraith King. It's also why I didn't think he may have to go for a BKB guaranteed, since Lina already got hers, and you... Okay, Wraith King queuing up the Assault Curse immediately after. Smart move. Wind Ranger gets caught, gets destroyed, but Dawnbreaker comes in there to like see if there isn't a free kill to be had. with Night Stalker once again loading up the Infest Bomb.
Dire's bottom tower.
And Lina drawing on the map. Like, hey guys, let's rotate and regroup bottom, but gets caught by an Invis Night Stalker, and the silence is there as Tiny jumps, tanking the gank. Like, everybody keeps tanking ganks for the Lina to keep themselves in this game from XERXIA. But the Lina falls to Night Stalker as Tiny is getting ran down by this Lifestealer. And the toss will allow him to blink out, but it's gonna be okay, yeah, it's gonna be enough to slow down the Night Stalker. Ooh, he does find the blink, but oh god damn. The sun's fully up where I live and it's just getting real freaking hot right now. Night Stalker going for a TP but doesn't have the BKB to complement it and is probably gonna go down for it. I mean, it still takes them a lot of time and resources. But can their team... Yes, say LBZS. They just expended too much time, and in the meanwhile we'll just win a fight on mid and get a high. But hey, you can either win or have a 50-50 chance to stomp an LBZS there. Like, why would we risk what seems to be like a guaranteed win at this point? Bad Rider tries for an initiation, instantly gets turned around on, and teleport once again there without interruption.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Fishies. That Prophet tossed out of position. This could be that start to that good fight, but Dawnbreaker says nope, not on my watch it isn't. And instead turns things around.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
That's the second lane of Rex.
Radiant's top barracks.
Immediately going towards the bot lane. They want megas, they want to make sure they can afford to go for the final push here without Lina punishing them, but now Jakiro is dead and I think that may be enough to try and end. Yeah, that's like 45 seconds, no Jakiro. Let's see if he has a buyback ready, because if so, he's gonna be forced to boost here, and he realizes that, buys back himself. It's still not enough, it was too late. Brave King goes down, you can buy King. They are not gonna find the ability for Lina to right click people down, and the beautiful orb play there, Lotus Orb, just too strong. Jakiro dies back, and with that it's GG. They're still gonna keep trying on XERXIA because they are on paper so strong if they just manage to get Lifestealer away from top net worth. But Lifestealer, he's been sitting at top net worth all game comfortably, and with that the game is gonna end. Nicely played by LBZS, showing that just because they put in a little bit too little effort in that first series, they are definitely not amateurs and they know what they're doing. Kagome being on one of those. Alright, so the very last.
Choose your hero.
Are LBZS gonna take a 2-0 after like losing a series 2-0 now? Because putting this don't do it often enough. Because statistically it's always worth it. Obviously statistically it's different from reality, but you know, it will increase your win rate to get some practice in that. And with Marcy in that horrible spot. See, that's what I mean with... As Death Prophet against two melee heroes, even two melee heroes who both have a stun, you're still not in the worst of spots. Salad is though.
See what you've done.
And... I still know every ranged core had to build a Skull Basher naked, and every melee core had to... I don't know, I think it was like a Mjolnir or something, but like some item you would definitely usually go on ranged cores at the time. Death Prophet, late game. Meaning you're supposed to win this entire early game stage. Up until 15 minutes, every minute that LBZS can keep the network is huge for them. Jakiro will get assassinated, but Salad pays with his life, and Juggernaut just gets even stronger. Ken, he is trying to run away with his game. carries not being supposed to have that option, or at least most carries not being supposed to have that option, is why TA also makes for a very good one under the right circumstances. LG, go to the juke spot, my dude. The juke, yes. Okay, no, he's gonna run at the Keeper of the Light instead. Like, here, there's a spot you can't see from inside or outside the Roche, only from this. Like, if you stand right, you do want to deal damage, then you go for the Aghanims build. Speaking of damage, guess who's gonna take a ton of that? Rupee though, this damage from LG, it's just insane. When he presses Unleash, everybody dies, and that's apparently the timing that LBZS are waiting for. I mean, Kagome, but if you haven't seen Dota's Dragon Blood yet, it's a bit generic, but if you're into Dota lore, it's really good. You know what else is really good, at least for LBZS, killing off the Juggernaut. That's why I suggested a Skull Basher on Marcy, but the Void and TA that makes it so good. And then you get like Marcy to create space, because Void plus TA is obviously very greedy and can get punished if you don't find space to farm. RIP PP, I guess, for the first time that is. And even then he will kill the Jakiro beforehand. Jagger going for the spin. And down goes the Tiny. Down goes the Chaos Knight. And can they get the Juggernaut? Yes, they can is the answer. LBZ right. That new description they added for Gale Force is actually really cool. Well, it's not new, but you don't really have a lot of time to read descriptions during casts. Marcy goes on down, and I do not play Wind Ranger. Like, this is not my type of hero unless I build Skull Basher on her and like lock people in place, which can be really relevant and is a thing to do, but obviously in like 10% of the drafts tops. Nice snipe on the Keeper of the Light courier there, but that's not who they wanted to snipe. The Templar Assassin is. They will get her, they will get the Death Prophet. And this is what happens when Templar Assassin doesn't get her hits in. Looks like it shouldn't be working out, but has very good reasons to do just the opposite of that. TA, locked down, bursted down, PP. The damage over time alone was enough to get him, but the CK Illu is gonna finish him off for good measure. Whack he goes. And Detachment also about to get whacked with that Spirit Vessel. Oh no, Kagome, he goes in looking for a really good Chronosphere, but I mean, he did chrono the Chaos Knight quite a lot, knowing full well how scary that hero is if like Chaos Knight gets given too much space, but Death Prophet he bought back and died back immediately after. Oh no. LBZS, they 18 seconds cooldown, of which the downtime is even less. RIP Juggernaut, but he did get what he came for. Oh man. Speak of the devil, and I guess he gets punched in the face, like a lot. Keeper of the Light. Yeah, he is an easy target. That's a good argument against the Juggernaut Aghanim Scepter here. LG being ran at. Marcy is a very strong core, but still has to pick her targets carefully. Tries to do just that. Gets stun locked up, but Void, he's like, you're not stuck here with my Marcy, you're stuck here with me, and wrecks the crap out of them. Melina give him people with those big teamfight turning ultimates, and he can just do more. Like, getting picked, it's freaking sick, or any build like it, like, you know, jump in, get your conditions go. Speaking of conditions, look at Void being targeted once again. Force Death, nothing to make it work there. And this time around they do kill Kagome for the first time in this game. And that is the one death that LBZS in this situation really can't afford. Once again, the game looking a lot more frail just off that one good initiation. Like, XERXIA, every time they're about to go beat, Tiny getting drained to almost death as the Ghost Scepter wears off just in time to get out a stun before dying. And it is gonna be 3 for just a Tiny thanks to that. Void still alive, finds a nice Chronosphere there on the Chaos Knight. Once again, he has been focusing that Chaos Knight a lot, knowing that Juggernaut isn't an easy target at all for Chronospheres. If you want to deal with the Juggernaut, you need 2 freaking armor, which is probably why the line of thinking was, okay, they got evasion, they got a very high, oh my god, the 3-man Chronosphere, and a beautiful follow-up from Marcy too, as one of them was just in the edge. Juggernaut trying to spin and get his way out of there. There isn't a Skull Bash on this Marcy yet. Oh, there is! There is! She was just super unlucky with the procs. Okay. Yeah, Juggernaut unable to get out of here second time too, probably. Oh, the Ice Path from Jakiro though, allowing for the Tiny to get out at least. It's a less important target than this Jugger, but it's still a good target to go for. And Juggernaut, he is just that. Yeah, that rune, it wouldn't have been a saving grace. This is it like that due to a skill issue. If it was LBZS, then sure, they have played a series before this. They may be lacking a little concentration and make tiny mistakes like that. But no, no way. Death Prophets. Rip going down. Did XERXIA just do it? Did they really just throw there for a second because of the lag spike? And mind you, both of these teams are on a... XERXIA is trying to abuse that timing to the maximum. And they know full well it's 40 more seconds to keep pushing and killing the Void. And oh my god, so... Yeah, now they got 100 seconds to finish this game. I think that should be more than they need. Oh man, I so love this draft from LBZS. But I do like the 1-1. Like... It's still a good outcome, honestly. I can be happy about this series one way or another. Either we get more chance of tiebreakers, or LBZS get to show why they're like a pretty respected team in their region. And I don't want to blame PP. I want to blame the draft for PP. Because I think if they had PP on like a...
Right.